Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Spark Freedom. I just left the Walmart about an hour away from my destination where I live. Today I'm going to be going up to Cherokee, North Carolina and staying up there. If the weather is nice enough, I might go up to visit Cades Gap, which is one of the viewpoints / hikes up in that region. The weather has been kind of choppy all day. It's actually just stopped raining for the first time since this morning, so if it stays this way, maybe I'll go up there. If not, I'll just hang out and find a parking lot or something like that and do some editing and hang out. Without further ado, let's get this trip on the road and let's get up to Cherokee. So the weather ended up holding, and I decided to go straight through Cherokee and make my way up into the Smoky Mountains. But on the way there, I found this really nice river pull-off spot to have a quick break and lunch at before I made it up the mountains. So Clingman's Dome turned out to be closed, I think, for the season. So I'm actually like right across the street right now at Newfound Gap, I think it's called. And it's got this amazing mountain view. I'm surprised the weather's holding enough because it is very cloudy. Like there's clouds feet from me. Right there. There's actually a mountain right in front of me, but you can't really see past that car. But then if you look this way, it's all open and I can see for miles. And I guess if you're following the Appalachian Trail, you've only got like 2,000 miles to go, just about, from this point. One last look at the view before I head out. It actually just started raining too, so it's pretty good timing that I'm leaving now. I'm gonna head down the other side of the mountain now, away from Cherokee, towards like Sevierville and Pigeon Forge, and then eventually stay at a Cracker Barrel, I'm thinking, down there. I saw this view on my way down the mountain and I had to absolutely stop. This is actually like stunning and I can see for miles in all directions. and I can hear some sort of river down here. Oh yeah, it's the river I've been following the whole time. Or at least this last couple of miles. I think I crossed over it at least once on a bridge. I saw some guys on kayaks, or with kayaks I should say, when I was crossing the bridge across this river, and this looks like it's gonna be a little bit crazy on a kayak, but I'm sure it's probably fun. There's Gatlinburg down there. So where all the touristy stuff around here is, or at least most of it. And then it's also hell to drive through, so I'm taking the bypass around it, going through Sevierville to Cracker Barrel. Stay the night over there. Okay, I think I made it to home for the night. Actually, this is a Cracker Barrel in, where am I? Pigeon Forts, that's where I am. I was gonna go to the one past here in Sevierville, because I looked at this one on Google Maps and it didn't look like there was any space for RVs or anything, so. But, I mean, there's a schoolie right over there, and there's another van out behind me, so I saw this spot when I was passing by, and it was a lot close. It was a lot closer than the other one that I was going to, so I'm gonna set up some of my window blinds and get ready for the night. It's still kind of light out, but I'm not really worried about it because it's a Cracker Barrel. Nobody cares here. I mean, if I was in a spot where I wasn't 100% sure it'd be okay to spend the night, then I'd probably wait until maybe a hour or so after dark. But all right, let's get this thing set up for the night. Yeah. I said in the last video that I was going to show off these blackout panels that I made, or that my mom and I actually made. They're just corrugated sheets of plastic that we cut out to size. I'm just going to set up the back ones for now because it's not 100% dark out. I'd still like to be able to see out a little bit. So I'm going to set out the back ones and the back side windows. Alright, that's the back one done. I had to make the back one out of multiple separate pieces because it's such a weird shape in the way it sits in there. But I got 3 pieces, 2 little side ones, and 1 big main piece. So it ends up working pretty well. Now let's get those side ones done. Alright. That's the back. See, it does get pretty dark in here once I have these panels installed. And then I'm going to leave these front 3 for now, just because it's still light out and kind of nice. Then once it's really dark and I'm ready for bed, I'll put those ones in so that nobody can see in. I don't have a corrugated piece for the front, it's just too big. And then but I do have a normal car UV protector that I'll just put in there instead, because you see those in car windshields anyway. Alright, and I'll come back when I'm getting ready for bed and I'm gonna put those ones in. Alright, hello again. It's like 9:30 at night now and I am ready for bed, so I'm gonna put up my 2 front side window panel and then just my normal UV windshield protector. Alright, that one's in there. Person walked by and she didn't even notice me. I'm invisible. I'll turn the light back on for a minute. Alright, that's the side panels in. And I gotta take down the windshield mounts real quick for my GoPro and dash cam. Alright, and the UV protector. I wanted to get a black one, but this is the only one that I could find that actually fit my windshield, because My windshield's smaller than the universal fit ones, I guess. Hey. And that is all the windows blocked up. The front windshield isn't the best solution. Eventually I might look into finding a better one, but it kind of fits mostly. And then these are the side ones, tiny little gaps for light. Not really big enough for you to look through. So, yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed. Oh, and it's so freaking dark in here now. I'm gonna get ready for bed, and I will see you all in the morning. Good morning. It's currently about 8:30. All things considered, I slept okay last night. It's kind of loud here, and it did end up getting kind of cold, so I ended up in my sleeping bag. Probably going to find some cheap breakfast food, take down all these panels, and maybe go to Cades Cove, which is a scenic homestead route about an hour from here. And this is what the panels look like now that you can actually see a little bit because there's some light coming in. So I think I'm gonna start getting up and eventually start heading that way. Alright, I'm going to start removing these panels and start getting ready to go. I'm going to do this with the little light that I have off, just so that you can see the difference that actually makes, because I don't think you can see me very well right now, but when I start removing these panels, here's the first one, and there's already a big difference. You can actually see me. There's two. The front right panel coming off. One thing that I didn't realize that I actually kind of liked, at least for this parking spot, was it got kind of cold in the morning and my windows fogged up, so it still kind of kept everything stealthy anyway, even though you could probably see that there was panels in the window, just because the windows were fogged up, so it made it that much harder to look in. And there's the back window. I mean, compared to when I had the blinders in, there's a lot more light coming in now. You can actually see me. And there is the UV protector. One last look at my parking spot for the night. I am going to go find a cheap gas station breakfast. It's kind of ironic sleeping at a Cracker Barrel, but it's a lot cheaper to go to someplace else. And then I'm gonna start making my way to Cades Cove. Alright, I have assembled the ultimate gas station breakfast. I'm gonna eat this and start heading out of here towards Cades Cove. Alright, I'm still about 15 or so minutes from Cades Cove in the Smokies, but I found the most amazing pull-off point that I thought I'd stop at and take a look before going all the way there. Got this river right against the road right there, and then it goes down into this waterfall down here. And there's another waterfall. It's hard to see, but water's coming down off the rocks on the other side of the road. So, about 15 more minutes to go, and I'll be there. It's kind of cold out. It's probably like low 50s, maybe like 53, and it's been raining on and off. kind of gray out, but it's kind of nice. Alright, I'm now entering Cades Cove. Shifting, holding camera and steering wheel at the same time is going to be interesting, but we'll see. There's some turkeys way out in the distance over there. I can't really zoom in or anything on them, but they're on the other side of this field. This person has a ton of stickers on the back of their truck. Interesting massive valley in the middle of all these mountains. It was all mountain roads to get in here, and then now it's all flat, or at least for the next mile or so in all directions, it's all flat. I also picked up a Smoky Mountains road map just before entering, just to have it with me because there's no service like anywhere in this park that I've been so far. Hopefully we can see some elk or bear or something. So far I've just seen crows and turkey. Oh, there's some turkey up here. Stop up for a second just to... Oh, there's deer. Here we go. Ooh, it's a little chilly and it's raining a tiny bit. Some deer way out in the distance. Oh boy, I just saw that. On the other side of this car over there, there is a ginormous puddle I'm gonna have to drive through. Here's the car. It's nice out, there's a lot of birds chirping and stuff. And turkeys all the way down there. 3 or so deer out there. Yeah, this is a massive puddle. Holy crap. Wow. I'm gonna watch this guy go ahead of me. Oh, it's this creek that's running through here. Yeah, I'm gonna get through here. Ooh. A little wet. There's a ton of turkey. Like, this entire field is full of turkeys. Oh, there's one right there. John Oliver Cabin. Alright. Is there any parking? There is. There's 2 spots. A massive tree fell right here. Looks like it fell right across the trail and they had to cut a bunch of pieces off and move them over here. Walking up now on that cabin. I ended up taking the actual paved route because the other one out in those woods over there turned all into mud. So there was a little breakthrough where I could walk across. Never understood why people thought it was okay to look at something this old that's still standing and graffiti their names into all these bricks. They're kind of destroying the surface, but like even in this door, somebody's done it in the door. I'd say it's such a small space, but my car could fit in here, so I think I have the smaller house. But it is kind of interesting trying to think of how you would organize everything and keep everything in its own little corner if you only had one room in your house. Well, I guess there's a little side storage room, but... Ooh. What's crazy to think about is that cabin has been there since the 1820s, according to that sign, which means that even without it being like fenced off and people still scratching their names and doing all sorts of things to it, it's still standing all of these years later. That's kind of mind-boggling that that would even happen. I don't think a lot of the normal structures we build today would even stand that long, so it's impressive. Methodist Church. Interesting. I'm not going to talk much while I go into this church because a lot of people like the quiet environment to pray. So, I don't want to be disrespectful to them. That was still impressive out of tune like that, though. I was like, "Whoa, okay." I just thought somebody started like smashing the keys, and I was like, "Wait a minute, no." I really thought that one of those kids was just messing with the keyboard, and then all of a sudden they started playing like perfectly, and another one of them started singing in that like echo chamber of a church. So that was otherworldly. Alright, let's keep it going. Not sure if I missed it or not, but I didn't see much signage on the history of this building. But it doesn't look as old to me, as nearly as old as that cabin did. I've stopped at another church that looks a lot like the last one we just went to. Literally like the half mile from that one. Like this is the next thing on the route. Cades Cove Missionary Baptist Church, founded 1839. Interesting. So this would have only been like 20 or so years after the cabin from earlier, and the architecture is way different. I wonder if that's available or I wonder if that is due to materials available, or if that's actually like architectural advancement. Like something like this would have a lot more people working on it than that cabin would have, so I wonder if they were able to implement more skills and materials than, say, like a cabin with only a couple people working on it. Alright, that was 2 churches so far. I don't know if there's any more, but I also didn't know that there was a second one, so there could be like 4 more churches waiting for me. Cable Mill Historic Area and Visitor Center. Sounds like a nice place to stop for a little bit. Where do I park? That way says buses and RVs, but that way says car. I mean, I'm kind of an RV. I think I'm gonna go to the car side. I don't see a reason to have to force that argument. Alright. So there's a visitor center and some sort of other historic buildings that I'm gonna go take a look at over here. I'm gonna see if I cannot get a bumper sticker, but I'm gonna have to put it on one of the nightshade panels in here because I can't put bumper stickers on my car. It kind of defeats the stealthiness. So let's go do that. Alright, it looks like there's a whole community of old buildings out here. And I've gotten 2 bumper stickers, one for Cades Cove itself and another one for the Smoky Mountains. Some sort of old shack building. They've got it locked. I think they're just using it to store stuff in right now, or actually it looks like they're working on it in there. This barn is absolutely massive. I can't imagine how difficult it would be to move all these materials and build all this back when we didn't have the construction equipment and road systems that we have today. Looks like this trough is in a pretty big state of disrepair. It's got all this water pouring out the side, and you can see where they put new surface down to try to keep the water in, but with the wood constantly being wet and falling apart, I don't think there's too much they can do without having to kind of rebuild and refurbish the whole thing. I guess they've got this closed off. There's a lot of coins and stuff in there. People use this as a wishing well. Guess the wheel isn't spinning because there's not enough water. I was hoping to be able to go inside this building, but looks like they have it closed off. This building is absolutely massive. At least compared to the other buildings around, especially living spaces. Excuse me. And compared to that first cabin we went to, this one's absolutely huge. It's got multiple rooms. It looks like it's got a second floor that I don't think you can access. And it's painted. Alright, we're back. My GoPro decided to run out of battery, and I didn't have one of my other batteries on me, but the only thing that was really missed was another barn that looked kind of like the first one we looked at, and another small shack, I think. So, but I got the 2 bumper stickers, and I'm going to put them on one of my boards back here. I think I'm going to put them on this one. This is the, it has been either of the driver's door boards, but now it's going to be specifically the left side, because I'm going to put the stickers on this side. We'll start with Cades Cove. Alright, and now time for the Great Smoky Mountain Park sticker. Alright, that is the first 2 stickers on the window shade. My plan is to fill up as many as I can. I wonder if I'll get to all of them, but I'm not sure yet. But I'd at least like to fill up one of these with all the stickers of the places, but there's the first one. Alright, since now I've put on the stickers, I had a small lunch and a little rest, and I'm ready to continue on the Scenic Loop. It's kind of convenient having your bed in any parking lot you want, so I can just kind of chill for a couple minutes and hang out, eat. So let's continue. Looks like there's some more buildings coming up. More houses. Dan Lawson Place is what that sign says. I can't seem to find any information boards out or around this building. But it kind of looks like a mix between the cabins we've seen so far with the Not nearly as big as the painted one we saw, but bigger than the first one and made with similar building style. Actually to both of them, because the like extensions of the exterior has this wood slatting, and then you can see the brick between wood in the like main part of the building right here. It's interesting. A couple shacks and a barn out here. This barn kind of intrigues me because it's got sheet metal roofing. I wonder if this barn was built that way, or I'm thinking that maybe they had to replace the roof because it collapsed or something. There's the other shack. Nothing in it. I actually saw this building when we were on the other side, because you can't really see it in this, but all the way out there, right under my finger, is a line of cars on the other side of the loop, on the opposite side of that field, and you could see from there the sheet metal of this roof. I didn't think it was part of this loop actually, but it's interesting. It's kind of eerie. It's weird to me that there's no information signs anywhere around this bunch of buildings. Interesting. I wonder when this building was built. It just seems like it's really being used for storing wood at the moment. Wood and other building supplies. They probably use this building just to store these supplies for when wood rots on the other buildings and they have to replace a piece. Alright, I found another settlement just down the road from the last one. This one's called Timpton Place. Timpton? Something like that. I don't know exactly how you say it. I think I'm just going to mostly show this one from the outside because it's a lot of the buildings are very similar, if not the same, to the architecture of the ones we've already been seeing. But this one's got a nice creek running right through the middle. This homestead building is actually kind of massive. I'm gonna go inside this one. Oh, is the upstairs accessible? Is it possible to go upstairs? It looks like it might be. Oh, kind of sketchy. Wow. This is the only upstairs area that I've been able to go into. All of them have been closed off. Looks like this one's in nice enough condition to where they've been able to keep it open. These stairs are the sketchiest thing ever though. There we go. Oh. That one's cool. This building's in really nice condition compared to a lot of them around. Looks like other than that, it's just another barn and outdoor structure. Looks like there's another cabin coming up. Carter Shields cabin. in real quick and take a look at it. Oh, it's right here. This cabin's kind of nice. It's right in the middle of this clearing. It's got this nice path going right to it. This one seems to be getting a lot less attention though than the other places that we've stopped at. I'm the only one here. A lot of doors. 3 doors for one room. Not all too much here, just this one cabin. Alright, that was the entirety of Cades Cove. I'm now at the visitor center, just getting ready to head out. Probably gonna head back towards Pigeon, Sevierville, that kind of area. And if I do anything interesting, I'll get back with you. And if not, then I will pick up tonight when I'm getting ready for bed and setting the car up to sleeping again. Ended up finding one more nice little spot to chill out at. Take a seat on the mattress here. There's some geese way down the road over there, and then we got this nice little river view. Probably gonna sit here a couple of minutes and have a snack before I officially leave the park. So I'll see y'all back in town. Alright, it's kind of dark. Well, it's really dark actually. It's almost 11 o'clock at night now. This is Cracker Barrel number 2. I'm at the one in Sevierville now. It's in between a Kroger and a Lowe's way down there. And then on the other side there's a bunch of other stores and stuff. This one's a little more level of a parking lot, so it should be a little bit more of a comfortable night's sleep. We start setting up these panels. So there you go, you can see it there in that light. There's the new bumper stickers one, so that's gonna go up on the left. Okay, there's 2. Okay, I'm gonna put in the 2 last panels here in a second. Here's one last view of the parking lot. And I will see y'all in the morning. Oh, let's see if I can get in the light here. I'll see y'all in the morning as I make my way back. Good morning. It is currently 8-ish in the morning right now. This is my parking lot, or this was my parking lot for the night. I think not too much left to say. I think I'm gonna go just get ready for the day and start driving back towards Cherokee and through the mountains and stuff on my way back home. I think I'm planning on driving through Gatlinburg actually to get some footage of that road, so I'll see y'all when I get back. And one last look at my Cracker Barrel stay for the night in Sevierville. And I think with that, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe and keep up with me for my next video on this adventure. But for now, just enjoy some scenic driving footage between Sevierville, going through Pigeon and Gatlinburg. Thank y'all for watching again, and I'll see y'all next time.